every good wrestling card, you need a good wrestling facility. And I don't know about you, but in my estimation, one of the best wrestling facilities that I've ever visited, and we, when I'm saying we, I refer to my company, WWE, have ever played, was the Warwick Musical Theater. How many of you have ever set foot in the Warwick Musical Theater through the years? Absolutely. The place was basically a summertime operation. It was very good for the populace of the greater Providence area. Of course, you had the big buildings like the Civic Center and the Boston Garden and as time went on, the Centrum in Worcester. But always during the summer months, you could be guaranteed when the Warwick Musical Theater was open for business, you were going to get the very best possible entertainment bang for your buck. Concerts, family shows, and of course, we at WWE, we were proud to be in there. And tonight, we are going to recognize the efforts and the hard work of one individual who is a friend, I would suggest, to the wrestling industry more than we will ever know. When the building unfortunately closed, I was given something by this gentleman, who is the gentleman I'm about to induct and present. It was a little mini plaque from the Warwick Musical Theater in West Warwick, Rhode Island, the date of the termination of the dates that they were operating, and it was a piece of the floor. I have that, and it's probably in my office down in Stamford. Because the gentleman who was the person who was the brains behind the operation was a friend to all of us. He was a friend to the WWE. He was a friend to all the entertainment conglomerates that passed through his building. I dearly missed the Warwick Musical Theater. I completely forgot. I said to the gentleman, I said, what's in its place now? He said, a Home Depot. Now, of course, a Home Depot is a big box store, and you know it's a conglomerate. But there was a little bit of sadness in my thoughts because of the Warwick Musical Theater not being there anymore. But life goes on as we do, and we have to make the most of it. But ladies and gentlemen, this is a friend of mine who I hadn't seen in some time until today, and it was great. And he kept saying to me, "I'm so happy to see you. I'm so happy to see you." He said that many times to me today. Well, I'm so happy not only to see him, but to induct him at this moment. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to welcome, present, and induct into the New England Pro Wrestling Hall of Fame, class of 2013, the man of the Warwick Musical Theater, Mr. Larry Bonoff.
For that great introduction. I really do appreciate it. And I want to thank the New England Pro Wrestling Hall of Fame for this incredible honor. I have been a wrestling fan my entire life. Growing up, I loved watching superstars like the late great Arnold, the Golden Boy Skull on television. And you can imagine how thrilling it was for me to end up working with him when I booked wrestling shows at my family's business, the Warwick Musical Theater, and other venues. Arnold was the agent. While the tent had been gone for some time now, fond memories of the amazing talent that graced our stage still linger. And there was no more talented performers and entertainers than the men and the women of professional wrestling. Over the course of the several decades, the biggest names in the sport came to Warwick. Andre the Giant, Dusty Rhodes, Randy, Macho Man Savage, The Rock, Mick Foley, and so many more. Year after year, they entertained thousands of our adoring fans within the community. To me, they weren't just entertainers, they were family. And because they were, I got the rare opportunity to welcome them into my home, the circular stage known as the Warwick Musical Theater. I will always treasure the countless memories of enjoying the wrestlers as their character persona inside the ring, but also as regular people once the matches were over. I will always appreciate their kindness, their professionalism, and their honesty. So it was altogether fitting that the final performance of the Warwick Musical Theater was a wrestling show. What a special and emotional night back in 1999, one I will never forget. Being this year's icon is a humbling honor for me. I am simply one person who saw the family-style entertainment value of wrestling and worked hard to bring it to New England. I am very proud of the role I played to help broaden wrestling's appeal in this region. Wrestling doesn't just remind us of the important values of competition and fair play. It also reminds us of the timeless battle of good versus evil, and it will never end. And whether you root for the good guys or you root for the bad guys, the most important thing we can do in this life is to pick a side and get into the fight. Macho Man Randy Savage once said, "I've been everywhere from soaring with eagles to slithering with snakes. I have too, and I wouldn't trade one moment of my journey for anything." Thank you all again for recognizing that journey to this special award. I truly appreciate it.
Wow.